let me talk to you about Cincinnati real quick.
You sure?
Yeah. I said Jake Browning the season's not over. Jake Browning is going to play just like the Jake Browning who won 4 of his 7 starts in place of Joe Burrow 2 years ago, and I'm still waiting for that Jake Browning to show up. Don't be fooled by Jake Browning's final line right now. I mean, that fourth quarter of the game was over. I know Jamar Chase got his in that fourth quarter, which definitely helps the people who drafted him first overall in fantasy that probably lost the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I said it with such conviction, it didn't sound like I had my finger on that chess piece, but if I may, before that move becomes official. If I'm the Bengals right now, I am absolutely calling the Giants to say, how much for Jameis Winston?
Yep. Oh no, you want to call
That's the no, I do. Now I would, because I'm not seeing the Jake Browning of 2 years ago right now. I'm seeing a Jake Browning looking at headlights. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I'm seeing. Some of the throws, the one that he made right to Anzalone. I mean, even Moose was saying he's right there. Sometimes guys throw interceptions. You wonder, how do you not see him right there? Stared him down, made the throw. It was terrible. Killing the team. All 3 of his interceptions were on his side of the field, short fields for the Lions. And the Bengals defense, you got to give it up. They were not breaking. They were bending a little bit, but they didn't break. They kept the Bengals in this game. If Browning from 2 years ago showed up, they could have won it. You know, but as I said, the Lions are playing the best football in the NFL, and if you're making the mistakes, they're gonna beat you up with it. And eventually they did. And if I'm the Bengals, I'm calling the Giants and saying, what do you want for Jameis? He's your third string guy. You know, clearly you're going to be starting Dart. And if there's any way, shape, or form that Dart goes down, you know, then you're going to put in Russ. And if there's any way that he goes down, then you're going to want a top 5 pick anyway. You know, I would just, how's that for a pitch to Joe Shane? Well, what do you want for Jameis? Because Kirk Cousins coming in, it just doesn't sound to me like the Bengals. I know Mike Mayock said that they should have made that call. That's a lot of money. And again, do you have that Mike Brown drop that we have that was going to be played whenever we knew Trey Hendrickson was going to be? I think I mistakenly called him Henderson in last hour.
Hendrickson.
That's the guy. Trey Hendrickson.
The Velcro?
Yeah, please. That's our soundbite for any time the Bengals make a signing for good reason. And Cousins costs them money next year too. There's some guaranteed money for next year when you know you're not going to use him next year. But if he's the right move for this year, and I just don't think he's the guy that you could really give up a lot of capital and cost a lot of money if he's expensive for a reason. But you get what you pay for. And for me, Jameis can light it up. Can you imagine Jameis throwing to Chase and Higgins?
The games would be much more watchable.
Well, that's not what you're playing for. You're playing to try and salvage a season before Burrow comes back. That's the other thing, too. What, are you going to tell Cousins you're sat when Burrow comes back?
Well, yeah.
You're also saying don't even bring Burrow back. I know you're saying that. The line played better. The line gave some time. And I know Jordan Palmer, our friend, said that, you know, his protege was a perfect 9 for 9 when given a clean pocket in his 2 games when he was otherwise looking poor. But he had some time yesterday.
What would the record have to be
occasion.
if you're Burrow to be like, yeah, I can come back and make a difference?
Any record. He's going to want to come back. It's that simple. I'm not sitting there and I mean, if they start losing 3 out of every 4, then he won't come back. And I'm basically giving them a win this week, even though they're probably not going to get it at Green Bay.
You're giving. Wait a minute.
I just said that just as being a friend.
Oh.
I think they're going to lose their 4th in a row. I mean, he can't. There's no way off a bye Green Bay, if Browning makes these mistakes, is going to lose that game. It's just not going to happen. It just won't happen. Then there's a short week against Pittsburgh. Maybe you show some magic, and then you got the Jets coming after that. And again, the Jets, as we all know, could be 0-6 after we see them on NFL Network against the Broncos on Sunday. Listen.
Yeah.
I know what I said about Browning. It's not aging well at all, and I'm definitely seeing what they're saying, how he's playing. And I would call the Giants for Jameis. Again, he's your third inactive guy. You're playing Dart. That's the end of that. We know that. Like, you're all about Dart getting all his time right now, and you're not going to pull Dart for Russ. You're only going to put Russ in if Dart can't go. And if, heaven forbid, Russ gets hurt, then why are you going to miss Jameis? At that point in time, you're trying to get your best draft choice you possibly can. And I would ask for Jameis. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.